welcome back. I'm Courtney and this is The Accounting Struggle, where we speak about our struggles with accounting openly and honestly. We do not run from them. Today's video will be about the CMA, the Certified Management Accountant Credential. Okay, real quick, nail cam. Oh, get into, girl, what? I have been giving y'all some real nail magic lately, but okay. I've been getting a lot of questions about the CMA lately. People have been asking me like, can I cover this topic? Can I go over it a little bit more? I have a video where I talk about all of the credentials, not all of them, but many different accounting credentials that you can get. And the CMA is featured in that. I'll link that in the cards, but I don't really go into depth in it. So I wanted to give a little bit more information on what the CMA is, what it looks like, the process to get your CMA, how much coin they make, you know, all of that good stuff that you might be interested in, so that you can decide if that's a credential that you are interested in pursuing. So before we get started, I want to say thank you for joining. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. I love to see you, and I'm so glad that you love to see me too. It's a good thing. We're having a good time here, and I appreciate it. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure and give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of those good things. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first, let's just start with what is the CMA. So if you don't already know, the CMA is the Certified Management Accountant. So a certified management accountant is someone who's going to be focused on financial analysis, financial decision making within the company. So the CMA designation is really going to be geared towards someone who has an interest in working in a management level position, especially like an executive role. So if you are one of the girls who is just very authoritative, you're probably a Capricorn, you're probably a Sagittarius, but that's an aside. You are someone who sees yourself in a high level leadership role, like a CEO or a CFO, someone who wants to be making decisions within a company, and you're really working towards that in your career, and you know that that's your end game and where you want to end up, then the CMA may be a good option for you. So a few of the responsibilities that the CMA would have would be to prepare and analyze financial data. So this is probably going to be someone who works in a corporate role, and within the accounting department, they are the person who's responsible for driving a lot of the decisions. Maybe someone who works in finance as well. It could be like financial management. It's going to be like right there on that line. I know one of the managers on my team was at one point studying for his CMA, and we work in investment accounting, and so there's a lot of finance, there's a lot of data. It's perfect for him. So this individual is going to be doing budget analysis, just conducting financial planning. So they'll be working with the company leaders. If they are not a part of the leadership team, they would definitely work closely with the leadership team to make financial decisions for the company and coming up with financial strategies within the company as well. So this individual will be responsible for performing risk management analysis over investments. So whenever they are looking at investments, they'll, be looking to make sure that this is something that fits within the risk appetite of the company, and just managing lower level accounting work. So really there's a lot of different variety in the type of work and responsibilities the CMA would have, but it's a huge focus and emphasis on decision making around the finances and coming up with strategies. That can also mean leveraging some technology. So this is an individual who's very analytical, someone who's great at decision making, and someone who obviously has good leadership skills, because you are working in a management role. If you are a CMA, obviously, then it's literally in the title. So let's talk about what people really want to know. What type of coins are the CMAs making, honey? What is it giving salary-wise? Well, according to the girls over at the Department of Labor, the worldwide average salary for a CMA is around $60,000 a year. It's just shy of that at $59,750. But the average in the United States for the CMA is a salary of $105,000. So that is not a bad salary at all. So if you are thinking, you want a career that is promising, one that is fruitful and lucrative, and you are able to, buy the nice things that you desire for your life, the CMA is definitely still a great credential to consider for that. So let's go over what the CMA exam process is like. So on the CMA exam, in order to take the exam, you don't necessarily have to have experience in order to take it or to sit for it. But in order to get your certification, you do have to have at least 2 years experience in either financial management or management accountant. So CMA candidates don't have to have work experience in order to sit for the exam, but you do have to have at least 2 years of professional experience working in either financial management or management accounting. So the exam itself is only 2 parts, and I say only because the CPA is 4 parts, and you know, that's a lot. So it's 2 parts. The first part is going to be focused on the financial reporting and planning, and the second exam is focused on financial decision making. So each exam is 4 hours. You get 4 hours to take it. It's 100 multiple choice questions and I believe 2 essay questions on each exam. And so that means you really need to know what you're doing, because 4 hours sounds like a lot of time, but I mean, we're talking about 100 multiple choice questions. Highly doubt that it's a simple vocab. It's financial management accounting. It is planning and analysis. So they're going to be giving you lengthy paragraphs and scenarios and things that you have to make decisions on, probably like in a moment's notice. Never took the exam. This is all just things that I'm saying because based on the research that I've done. But I don't think that that means it's going to be a breeze. I think that people think because the CPA is notorious for being the most difficult exam, that somehow means that the other exams within the accounting certification world are easy, and that is just not true. So definitely an exam that you still want to prepare for and, you know, do the proper due diligence to get yourself ready for it. But it is only a 2-part exam, so it can be done in a lesser time frame than something as strenuous as the CPA exam. So I'm just going to read off a couple of the topics that is covered in the first section. So this will give you an idea. If any of these topics are like, ooh, that sounds like me, then good. This is what I'm doing this for. External financial reporting decisions, planning, budgeting, and forecasting, performance management, internal controls, and cost management. All of that's covered in the first part of the exam. So the second part of the exam is going to cover financial statement analysis, corporate finance, decision analysis, risk management, investment decisions, and of course, professional ethics. Because you know, if you're an accountant, you just got to be professionally ethical, okay? It's just, you're not getting around it. It's something you have to do. Now, the cost of the exam can run you anywhere between like $570 and $940. So between, let's call that $600 and $1,000. It really just depends. You have to buy an IMA membership, you have to pay your entrance fee, and then you have to pay for the actual exam itself. There are also some review courses available, and that is an additional cost, as you might have imagined or guessed. Don't know exactly how much because it can vary from program to program. Pretty much anyone who is doing a review course for the CPA exam will also most likely offer a CMA review course. I know Becker has pretty much every type of review course there is, even outside of accounting. So look into that, look into Gleim, look into all of the, the big names, the main people. If you do want to take this exam and you do think you're going to need a review course, I, again, have not ever taken this exam, have not looked deeply into it. I don't know any CMAs, like, personally. I know that there are tons of them out there, but I just don't, like, have a lot of people who I can ask, what was your experience like? How much did it cost? All of that good stuff. But this is just what I've been able to find available online. It's going to run anywhere between like $500 to $600, up to about close to $1,000 to take the exam. And the review course is going to be an additional fee. But if you're already a working professional, it's most likely that your company, if this is a role that is going to benefit them, like if you work in corporate accounting, and this is, something that you can use in a role to advance yourself within that same company, then they more than likely will be willing to pay for not only the exam preparation, but the exam itself. So definitely look into that before you go and pay your own money for it. See if that's something that you can at least be reimbursed for, or if you get a bonus for passing or something. A lot of jobs do offer that, especially if it's one that benefits them. Like if you can go get your CMA and now be like the CFO for their company or the controller for their company, then yeah, they'll be all about that. Now, if you are working for a firm, like a CPA firm, and you go get your CMA, they may or may not be willing to invest in that. It just really depends, but definitely ask. So a lot of people have been asking about this video, or just in general about the CMA. Should I get it? Is it worth it? Do you know anyone who has the CMA, or did they regret it? Should I get this and the CPA? Do I need both? Of course, I advocate for the CPA credential all the time on this channel, because the CPA is a license to practice accounting. It's very broad. It covers all of the accounting topics, and it is something that if you find that the career that you thought you wanted in accounting is not what you end up wanting, you still can go and work in another area of accounting, and you would have the opportunity to do that because of the license that you have. Now, with that being said, the CMA is obviously more focused. It's a more focused credential. It is specifically focused on management accounting. So it's going to definitely help you if you're looking to work in a role like a controller or someone in upper management, you know, a C-suite position. I definitely say go ahead and get both if you can get both. If you can only get one thing and that's it and you're done and you're never doing anything else, like me, I feel that way. I was reading over this stuff and I was like, oh, the CMA sounds really good. I might actually entertain that one day. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, because that would mean I have to start studying again, and that's a dark place that I don't ever want to go back to. But if you are one and done, don't want to do anything else, then of course get your CPA license so that you can just have the opportunity to move about. But if you are looking to add on to, you know, your list of skills, and you have your CPA but you really want something more focused, the CMA is an amazing credential, and it's going to allow you to have a lot of opportunities to move up in your role in accounting. So if you know that management accounting is your zhuzh and that's where you want to be, by all means, go for it. Anyway, I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Of course, if you did, be sure and give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for today. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.